Okay, welcome to the Polo Den. Well, because he's Polish. All right, the Polo Den, the Polak Den. This is the Polak Den, I guess. The Lobo Den podcast with stand-up comedian and radio host Greg Bartusiak. Now, I got Greg on here. So this is basically a breakup episode, right? I was talking to Greg. I met him at a mic. I saw him. He got engaged. I saw that he no longer was engaged, and that happened to me a few times, or maybe once, whatever. But I have returned 2 rings for 2 different girls at Jared, and I'm going to talk about it on this episode. So we got on here to talk a little bit about what happened, share some breakup stories, how I lived with somebody for 6 months because I thought I can get laid that night, and I did. And I did live with somebody for 6 months because of that. Pretty bad. I was young. It was in my 20s. I hope I've learned from it. But some other stuff. So, blackout sex, palo viejo. One time I had sex with somebody, or I couldn't. I don't know. It was a dream. It wasn't. I couldn't figure it out. I'll talk about that. Talk about the time where I woke up in Kenosha, and I'm not sure if what happened the night before exactly. If I was with a girl or I was taken advantage of. I don't know. I did also I went to church for 3 months. I don't know if you guys know, but I went to church for 3 months with a girl because I liked her. Didn't realize she had a boyfriend until she brought him the last day. And I did some other stuff. So, yeah, check it out. Episode 8, Lobo Den podcast. So I'm going to try to do some videos soon. Oh, funny thing, this is recorded at 8:20. So if you listen to the last few episodes, you hear me talking about this girl I'm talking to. I don't know. Is it going to turn out well? Is it not? Keep listening, but I know how it turned out. Am I with her? Are we happily, or did I get dropped? I don't know. Keep listening. You guys will find out. Lobo Den, let's get it going.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den.
All right. Welcome to the Lobo Den podcast. Let me adjust my microphone a little bit. This is Giovanni Diaz. Today I'm here with Greg Bartusiak.
Yo.
Greg, say
What's
hello.
What's going on? Hey.
Oh, wow. It's a very deep voice.
Yeah.
I forget. Are you a baritone? What is that called? A baritone?
Baritone. When you got a very deep voice, yeah.
Like,
see, this is weird. This is like, I've never done like a podcast, really. I do radio, right? And I
Polish
have that
radio, right?
Polish American mix, right?
Yes.
Oh, can I plug the station?
Yeah, plug it, please. Go ahead.
103.1 FM. You could listen to middays at WPNA, Polish American mix. Listen to Grzesiek B. That's my stage name right there. See, that's a different voice though in radio and podcast. Right now, I'm like, this is chill.
You're trying to be more. What's the radio voice like? Can you do the radio?
You kind of heard it. It's kind of lifted,
and now, are you talking in Polish or in English? Or
I speak in both. Yeah, both Polish and English, and I completely fuck up the Polish language. I completely mess it up, dude. Okay, so it's basically like I can have a conversation in Polish with a friend, with a family member, but on air, it's
Greg's
one thing
Polish.
if I'm like presenting something in English, I could do it. I could, hey, you're listening to WPNA. This is your Polish American mix. Check out the next concert we have coming up September 28th. Sarasa Ewelina Lisowska. They're coming to the Copernicus Center.
I just know dupa. Dupa means ass, right?
Yeah, there you go.
That's all I know. Dupa, dude. That's all I know. Dude.
Oh yeah, but like, see, like in English, I got that little lift in my voice.
Oh yeah,
and I could do it.
Casey Kasem, but that little
little Casey Kasem.
Yeah, okay, a little bit.
Yeah, and then, but like I can't do that in Polish, man. Like in Polish, I could have a conversation with you, but I can't fucking like present anything like that.
No. And then was Polish your first language?
I don't know. I think maybe because my sister is 3 years older than me. She went into the school speaking Polish because she was just taught Polish.
Same.
Right?
For kindergarten, all Spanish. I didn't know English.
You have younger siblings?
No, but my first day of school, I didn't know English. I only knew Spanish.
Yeah, that was her.
Yep, that was And so my little sister too.
And she ended up teaching me a little bit, right? When I ended up going to school, basically I was kind of like the translator, along with some like Polish teachers like Polish American teachers we had, but I was the translator.
To your parents?
To the kids, to the other. There was a lot of Polish kids in this elementary school.
People don't see. I'm shrugging, just thinking about so many Polish people.
Dude,
no offense. One of my best friends is Polish, but I can't be around too many.
There's a lot of
Slavics.
There's a big Polish American community in like the Northwest Side. You know
Chicago,
how many?
Dude.
Belmont and Central back when I was a kid. Jeez, it was a lot. There was like Polish delis, Polish candy stores, Polish sports stores. Centrum Sport, that was the name
by
of
my
it.
job, there's a Polish place. It's called like EJ Pierogies in Elk Grove Village.
Elk Grove Village?
I went there once, got a pierogi.
Oh, no, ask any Polish person about Belmont and Central. It's a different type of neighborhood now, but it's not as Polish populated now.
Did you ever go to that Polish mic? Remember the whip? There was a whip, right? And then Timmy
Timmy Witzel and Tony Valley and Jessica Avila.
They did the mic. It was a Polish place, and they did the mic.
Oh.
By the yeah.
Pub OK, I think.
Yeah,
it was Pub OK.
It was like 2 minutes away from that chicken place that I go to.
It's on Harlem.
Yeah,
it was
on
Harlem.
Yeah.
It was
did you ever go to that
Pub
mic?
OK? Yeah, I did. Alexis Elizabeth and Rudy Ruiz used to run
Ruiz, Mexican dude.
Yeah.
Southside likes black chicks.
They used to run that one.
Dude.
And I used to go there because I worked at the restaurant not right down the street there. That's still there, Miller's Ale House. Now it's still owned by...
Timmy worked there too.
And Timmy worked there
because I went on a date there and he was bartending.
Yeah. I was a cook, man. I was a cook. You should have had these sandwiches and these meals that I was making, man.
I didn't like that date, dude. I felt there was a bit I worked on it. Basically, that date turned what I felt was an interrogation. Like, I met this girl like I don't know how long ago, either on Tinder, if it existed, or Plenty of Fish, or I met her at this place called V-Live we used to go to every Friday off of California. I don't know what's over there now. And we just kept we had each other on Snap, and finally, like, she came to a show. I did for, I think, Jamiroquai. It was me, Jamiroquai, Sarah Perry, the guy who runs, I forgot, the Game of Thrones guy. Do you remember?
Crockman?
Crockman, yeah, Crockman, and then there was somebody else. Sorry, the other person on that show. Oh, Levi. I think he headlined it. Black Levi the Creep or whatever.
I'm not familiar.
Southside, like more Chicago Heights, Alsip, like Riddle's crew, like that. I don't know. No.
See, I don't know that. I don't know.
Where do you mic? Greg does comedy too, by the way.
Yeah. I've dabbled for the last 3 years or so.
Yeah, we met at the Whip, right?
The Whip was my original place, man.
I used to go. Used to love the midnight mic on Saturdays, dude.
I did that as well. That was like when I was drinking in that neighborhood. I was like hanging out at like the Mecca and like the Snuggery and what's that Irish place right there?
I just went to the Mecca because.
But no, I used to go to all of those bars. And then I'd be like hammered and go do that Saturday midnight mic. I think
with your hoodie, with your gray hoodie, right?
God.
You always had that hoodie.
I think so. I don't know, man. I've changed styles. I've changed styles.
You had the hoodie. You still got the keys, right? Because I remember you would have the hoodie. It was like a gray hoodie.
Okay.
And I just missed that Saturday night show.
Man,
it was fun, dude.
The Whip. I miss the Whip. I miss the Whip in general, man. Do you remember the Sunday mic they used to do? They used to do like the first Sunday. It was like a canned food drive.
I don't think I did that one.
And oh man, it was like a canned food drive. Donate what you can, and then like you could also donate canned foods in cash. And there was another gimmick to it. There's another gimmick.
The other one was the stoplight. Was the original one? Was the stoplight one?
Traffic jam.
It'd be traffic jam. There'd be a light. If you're doing well, you keep going. If not, they do the red light.
They'll give you the yellow,
light.
and then they'll get. If you just fuck up, they'll give you the red. Get off the stage.
It messed me up because I was always thinking about that light because it wasn't facing you. It was over. So you have to look or turn around and look at the light or something.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't at an inconvenient place for the comics to see. You know?
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about that, But yeah, you know what? I forgot why I brought up the Polish people. I think Polish people. I grew up with Polacks. I just don't like being around a lot of Slavics.
What neighborhood did you grow up in?
Nowhere, dude. I'm from the suburbs, Waukegan. But my buddy, one of my best friends is Polish, right? Mm-hmm. And then I remember one time I was forced to go on my buddy's boat. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to do anything. But then I was forced, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm going to take it. I was like, whatever, I'll go. And then I went to take a nap.
Where did you take this boat to?
It was in Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan. We're in Lake Michigan, right by Waukegan, by the harbor. And I remember I go, and it was too much because I already didn't want to go on the boat. I wanted to go home, but I got dragged to the boat. And I go take a nap downstairs, and I come out. And then I come out of the cabin, whatever it's called. And I come out, and then there was like 2 Lithuanians, Mark, another Pole. It was just too much, and everybody was being extra Euro and extra tacky, and I was like, and there was no chicks, and I was like, I'm going back to sleep, dude.
But plenty of tracksuits.
Yeah, it was too much, and I love my buddy, dude. He's Polish, but it was too much, but we were doing this. This podcast is the breakup episode. I got some breakup stories recently. My most recent one is, let's see. So you've been engaged. You only been engaged once, right? I've been engaged once for a week. Mine was a week. Well, how long was your engagement? Mine was a 1 week, and I got the ring back.
A month. I did get the ring back. Yeah, it was mutual. We both exchanged our rings. Yeah, I did have a ring.
Well, you bought your own ring on accident.
No. She bought the ring, and we both exchanged it at the end. I thought guys got engagement rings,
I didn't
dude.
know that, yeah.
I thought guys got engagement rings.
Greg showed up to a mic with the ring. When he posted, I remember you had the ring, and I was like, I was just confused. I was like, oh, is that a thing now? I didn't know it was a thing. Well,
The thing is this. Because we had terrible posts. The posts that we had, basically, my fiance posted at the time. She posted a picture of our hands next to each other, and we both showed off our rings.
Yeah,
because I
saw that.
I thought guys got engagement rings. I did not know that. Anyways, we took a picture. Both of us, we took a picture with those rings on our hands, and she had the headline, the tag for the post was another Bartusiak coming at you in 2020. Dude, it makes it sound like a shotgun wedding.
Wait, another Bartusiak.
It makes it sound like she's fucking pregnant.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the case. No, it was a fucking mistake, though.
Because taking the last name Bartusiak.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know where the post was going, but
it
like
looks
someone,
like,
exactly.
This dude knocked her up, and now he's getting married.
No shotguns involved.
I was. How did I get engaged? I got engaged because I was with this. We were together. We broke up, right? And out of an act of desperation. Oh, and I remember. So we broke up, right? We were together. We broke up with my first girlfriend. I was like, man. And we broke up.
How long was that relationship?
Maybe we were together for a year or two.
Okay.
Maybe total or something like that. So it was my first girlfriend, right? I think did I lose my virginity to her? Yes, I did. So then we break up, and then I'm like, oh, I want to get back with her. But I kind of didn't. But then I was like, all right, I know what I'll do. She just broke up with me. So I went to Jared, the one in Old Orchard. Yep. This is my idea. All right, I know what to do. She broke up. You know why she broke up with me in my head? It's because I wasn't serious enough. I didn't prove I wasn't ready to commit.
But what was the real reason?
I don't fuck. She wanted to fuck other dudes. Like, because I remember the breakup was like, you know what? I just want to take a break. It's not you. I just want to take a break. And I was like, but we're not seeing other people there. So we're not. I was like, well, but we're not. If we're just taking a break, then we're not going to see other people. She was like, I don't know about all that. So then I was like, oh wait, that's not a break. And I was confused because she was just being nice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be with you when she was kind of a hoe.
Yeah.
But look, so I went to Jared, the one in Old Orchard, and I picked out a ring. And I remember I proposed to her like in their car, I think, or her car, or her, because I was using
in the car.
In the car, in the car. Yeah, I was sitting in the car, and I was like,
"Wait, tell me you were in the driver's seat at least."
I hope so. I don't even remember. I might have not been. So then I gave her the ring, and I was like, "Oh, will you marry me?" And she was like, she had this look at her face, like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" And then she's like, "Okay," and then we're engaged for about a week, right? And then after, I think I say this in my bit, after that 1 week of our pity engagement, she gives me we go to this diner, and she gives me the ring back. She's like, I can't do this. And I'm like, all right. But it worked out. But the thing is, I had this fucking ring. Do you still have the ring?
It was, I sent it. No, I sent it back already. I got the return.
You got your money back?
No, I got the ring back.
Fuck,
I
man.
sent the ring. It was an internet ring. It was an internet ring. I don't know if I should say this, but so it was just a ring that was basically after we got engaged. Okay, so the engagement, it was the engagement was this. This was the story. You know, it was a very emotional day. We went out. It was our 6-month anniversary. It was a very emotional day, and highs and lows, anger, sadness, happiness, all of the fucking emotions. You know, we ended up going tree climbing. You know those tree obstacle courses.
No.
The like you have
at
bridges.
Disneyland?
No. You go into the fucking woods, and they're a bunch of shit cabled up. It was on the Western Springs, Illinois. I think it was Western Springs, Illinois. This place called
I've been single for so long. I don't know about activities like this. Like,
dude, so this was her idea. It was a fucking phenomenal day, by the way.
Let me write. I'm talking to this girl right now.
Okay, so it was Western Springs, Illinois, I believe. I forgot the name of it. I'll look this up.
You know what?
I have a sticker from there.
Okay.
Anyway, so it was one of those places that's like zip lining and obstacle courses. You climb up shit, you cross bridges, you do all these obstacle courses as you're harnessed into shit. You're very safely harnessed into it, and so that was a phenomenal fucking time, zip lining and everything. That was great. Afterwards, we ended up going to the Wonder Museum. You know.
Yes,
that place.
that's everybody's going.
Yeah.
That's the thing right now on social media. Taking pictures at the Wonder Museum. You're the bigger, you're taller. That's very popular on my feed.
We ended up. This was our second time going. It was the second time was better, man. They had a lot of. They keep updating every time. You know.
So what do they got there? They got the bigger, smaller thing.
They got the room where the bigger, smaller thing.
How does that work?
It's okay. So it's basically you go into this room. It's got the same pattern as far as like the walls and the ceiling and the floor. It's the same checkered pattern.
Okay.
But the thing is, one corner is a little bit more diagonal. So it's on like a further angle than the first corner. So you got on one angle, the wall is further, longer, and you got an acute angle going towards...
Acute's less than 90 degrees, right?
Yes. Okay. And then going towards the other wall, which is an obtuse angle, and creating...
The fat angle.
And creating the illusion. So that's how you know what I'm saying? I'm making this fucking demonstration.
I'm so stupid when it comes to a lot of things,
so
math.
I don't know. I'm trying to explain this as best I can.
Look, honestly, if somebody else, anybody that was at this mic or those people, they would probably understand. My brain is
okay.
I can't figure.
I tried to explain it the best I can. So they got that room.
Something with angles, right?
Yes. The angle. Yeah. So you got that.
You know what? the Jamiroquai video. I'll just think of them because remember that video?
No.
How old are you, Greg? If you don't mind me asking.
29, dude. I was born in 90.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
You're young.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 35. I was born in 1984.
Okay.
But there was a Jamiroquai video where he's like moving. And he's in the wall. It's like a giant moonwalk video type of thing, but nothing is like couches are moving upstairs. But the thing is, it's just an illusion because they're just moving the. I think it's a.
Can you send me the link to that?
Yeah. But anyways, here, let me try to pull it up here. So, what is it, Jamiroquai? You never seen the Jamiroquai video?
No, I haven't.
Virtual insanity. There it is. Virtual insanity. Let's see if it comes up.
I'm fucking excited.
All right, we're gonna do. This is
you gotta add this into the podcast, right? Like, or do you get tagged for
just
it?
Yeah, they could add. I'll tag.
Just imagine it. Okay, hold on. Let's hear it.
Let me put some music. I'm having.
Oh damn! No, yeah. I know this video where the couches are moving and shit, and he's like.
To me, this is the Wonder Room. You got the idea now?
I see it. I know this. I've seen it. This is like one of those iconic music videos that I can't remember. But once you see like the first second of it, you'll realize what it is.
See if he's moving more now.
All right, he's going.
Oh, you see? What they're doing is they're just moving the room outside.
Didn't like fucking TLC have a music video like this?
I don't remember. I remember they had Left Eye.
I think TLC had a music video like this.
I used to have the biggest crush on Left Eye. Left Eye, Lisa, I love.
Was this before or after she fucking burned her fucking boyfriend's mansion down?
Before. It was in that video. She had that Left Eye thing, and she kind of had. I'm not into abs. I'm into bigger chicks, but I don't know that video. You saw they all kind of had abs. Do you remember? I don't remember. They had some. What are the things you sleep with at night? that white people sleep with? Pajamas, right?
The big baggy fucking
but
pants.
they had pajamas. They were in pajamas and PJs, but it was like silk PJs in the video. I just touched my nipples. I should have done it.
You're talking about don't go chasing waterfalls?
No, not waterfalls. Creep? I don't know.
Okay, so
creep?
wait.
Yeah, I'm creeping on down low. Nobody has to know. I think it was Creep. You never seen Creep?
No.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
No, come on, man.
But you're in the Wonder Room. All right, so we're back to the engagement story.
So okay, yeah, back to that. Okay, yeah, so Wonder Room, right? You want
you left the trees. Now you're in the Wonder Room.
We're in the Wonder Room. Wonder Room has like that room. It's got like a floor that like every step you take, there's colors and stuff following you. Then you stand. Then there's this. It's pretty trippy with like different lights and shit. It's pretty cool. And then like go into this other room that's got a camera pointed on you, and this camera distorts your figure in different ways according to the music and however you move. And so I don't know. It like at one point you're like standing there waving. It looks like an acid trip.
Okay. Did you take any drugs?
No.
Or drink?
No.
Was there alcohol there?
No, not at the Wonder Room. No.
Drugs, yeah. I'm not doing drugs for 90 days, but if I was, I'd go on something. At least get high. Okay, so
well, this was a very special emotional day.
So this is planned though, right?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't because
going.
afterwards we ended up going to a restaurant afterwards where we had reservations. So the whole day was planned. Mm-hmm. Yes. And I don't know, man. I think that day I was just, again, going through some fucking terrible feelings. Ended up, I did call my friend, and at the time I was thinking like, man, I don't know what I should do. Should I dump this girl right now? Should I break up with her? I was feeling fucking bad at myself. I was in a bad point at my
So right now you wanted to break up with her at this point.
Well, because no, the thing is, I wanted to break up because I didn't feel that I was good enough for her at the time. You know, that was weird. That was a weird fucking feeling because I didn't feel good.
Over time? Did it happen over time, or that just?
No, this was just me not feeling good about myself.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
And it did eventually build up over time, sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and then we talked about that whole thing during that dinner, and somehow spontaneously, like we both kind of asked each other, "Do you want to get married?" She said yes, and she said, "Do you want to get married?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I finally got down on a knee and whatever. This is what happened.
So
she had a promise ring. She had a promise ring on her middle finger, and I took off that promise ring and I put it on her ring finger.
Yes.
And then there were some people like near us that like because we were on the outside patio of this restaurant, and some people like smoking a cigarette at the bar next door, cheering us on. So that was good. That was a great fucking engagement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was great. That was great. And then it lasted for about a month. We lived together.
Were you already living together?
Yeah. Yeah, we were living together at the time,
okay.
And I think I don't know because again I was in a bad time myself. I kept feeling like shit myself, and oh man, this is a lot of detail. Maybe I don't know.
Go as far as you want to do it. Go as far as you want. I'll throw on some of my garbage in a little bit here.
No, yeah, it was just basically me feeling bad on myself, which ended up leading to some bad shit in the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. That's basically it. I wasn't in the right headspace to do this engagement, and you could probably even ask her if you wanted to. I don't know who wants to, but
I don't.
Yeah, no. I don't want to, but like, yeah, I wasn't in the right headspace myself. Look, I'm feeling better now, though. I'm feeling better now, Jim.
Yeah, dude. Look, man. Okay, so about this year, let's see. So that girl that I was engaged to, we break up, right? Mm-hmm. Or no, she gives me the ring back. We break up. I think earlier when we first got together, I didn't know about relationships. I didn't know people ask each other out. It was my first girlfriend, so I didn't know how things work. And I remember our relationship started where we were hanging out every day, we were with each other, and then we were messing around one time. I guess she got horny, and then she went to go fuck her ex, right?
Fuck.
And then she told me, and I was like, what was that about? It's like, well, I got horny with you, but I didn't want to fuck somebody new because I didn't want to be a whore. So I fucked my ex, and I was like,
damn it, what the fuck?
And I was like,
what
I thought
kind
we
of
were
difference is that?
And I was like, I thought, and I was like, but you know, we're not really together. I was like, we're not. Well, you never asked me, and I was like, well, I didn't know. I don't know about these things, and I don't know about anything, and I was like, what the? But we end up, I think, I thought about what to do. We end up getting, I don't forget. We end up getting together. She moved in at one point too.
Yeah,
she moved in because one time this is before I think we got engaged, because that engagement was at the end. Because this one.
And then after the engagement, you guys fucked off from each other, right?
After the engagement, we were engaged for a week. She gave me the ring back, and then I spent the next 2 years trying to sell this godforsaken ring because nobody wants to buy it.
I remember that bit of yours. Yeah, I do.
Nobody wants to buy the fucking ring. And like, I had a few people. I was like, I got this ring, and I was like,
so yeah, because fucking you said you got it from Jared's. You can't sell that back. You can't.
You can't. And they were like, look, I went back. I went back. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I went back to Jared, and I was like, hey, can I return this ring? You know, it's like, didn't work out. And the lady's like, oh, you already passed the 30-day mark, so you can't return it. You can only exchange it for another diamond. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
But how much was that fucking diamond that you bought? How much for that ring that you bought initially?
$1,500 or $2,000 or something like that.
Christ.
And I was like, fuck. And I was like, all right. I was like, I don't wear earrings. I need to fucking. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I already had a warranty on it. So then I had my little. So I was like, all right, I'm keeping the fucking ring. I'll try to. So then I would go to that Jared twice a year or every few months, because I had to take it there every few months to keep the warranty on it, the lifetime warranty. So I would take it, I'd inspect it. I'd have to drive to. I live in Waukegan. So I have to drive to Old Orchard, like an hour away, like a few times a month, and be like, you know, a reminder, like, oh, here we go again, loser. So I go. But they opened up a Jared in Vernon Hills, which is maybe 30 minutes from me. And I was like,
so you got multiple options to check out.
And so now I was like, oh, this is great for me, because now I don't have to drive so far. So I started going to Vernon Hills. So they would see me every few months. And finally, one time, the lady asked me, like, what's going on with this ring? Like, you come here by yourself every few months and to get the ring inspected and cleaned.
Just a sad man walking into Jared every couple of months.
I told her, I was like, look, man, I got engaged to this girl. She gave me the ring back. Didn't work out. It was like I was too many days past the 30-day. The manager wouldn't let me return it. She was like, oh my God, that's so sad. Let me go talk to my manager. And I was like, all right. So she goes. She talks to the manager. The manager's like, you know what? I talked to my manager. He said, we can go ahead and exchange. You can exchange it for something else, like a watch or something. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then I had the guy, I had a little expensive, like tag order or something like that. So, but then that one got stolen because I lived in these apartments that were pretty. I think they were the projects, government subsidized. With me, a bunch of roaches, like the first week we moved into these apartments, somebody died. Somebody jumped out or got pushed out, like the 14th floor.
So
and they
the
were on
ring
lockdown.
that you had, you exchanged it for a watch.
Which was awesome, yeah, which was cool.
And then that watch got stolen.
That two watches either got stolen. I used to blame my cousin on it, or maybe one of the maintenance crew people from the apartments.
God damn it.
I would walk in, I'd leave them both. One of them was like a $400 watch that I bought at the time because I got a Jared card, and I was like, I'm getting this watch. And the other one was the $1,500 or $2,000 watch. So that one is and I don't, they were gone. So now they're gone.
So the relationship along with the fucking rings are gone.
But I had the watch for a while. It was kind of cool. You know, people who knew about watches, they would see it. And I was like, oh, that's a nice watch. And then, but no, it was gone. But what happened, we got engaged after we moved in together.
Yeah.
Because I lived with her for a while because we were together, and she got in a fight with her mom. I think I do this bit too. This is something I work. She got in a fight with it. We ended up moving in together because she lived with her mom. She got in a fight with her mom. She's like, I need to move out. I hate her, and I was like, and I told her, hey, my idea was like, why don't you move in with me and my mom, right? And the reason I asked her, this is true, the reason I asked her to move in, and I say this bit, is because in that moment I thought, oh shit, if she moves in, like for sure, I'll get laid. We'll fuck tonight. That's it, dude. I swear to God, that's the only fucking. I was in my
okay, so you want to.
And I still remember that moment. We did. She moved in. We moved her stuff in, and we had sex. And I remember after I came, I was sitting in my bed, and I was like,
what did I do?
Exactly, dude. I was like, oh, my God. And it just all hit me at once. I was like, no. I was like, and I was just laying in that bed. I was so sad. I was like, and I was like, oh, my God, dude. So now it's like, man, it's. I was thinking of a bit, but a lot of people do it. Is like, you know, always you gotta masturbate or come before you make a decision. Like, I think Louis has a bit like that too. But that was yeah,
you're right. You're right. Someone has a bit like that.
That was Louis has one, and a few people talk about it. I've heard it on Rogan's podcast. But that's the first Jared ring. That's the first time I returned a ring to Jared.
Oh man.
The second time was more recent. It was like a year ago. I was dating this girl, and then we were kind of just fucking, and we could have kept it that way, but then I don't know. I feel like I pushed it into something it shouldn't have been. So then we dated for about, I think, 28 days, right? We dated for about 28 days, and her birthday was coming up. And I was like, all right, I want to get her something for her birthday. So I talked to her friend. She's like, you should get her this ring, this Pandora ring. And then I couldn't. The only place that I looked it up online, they didn't have it at the Pandora store. But the ring they did have, I found, was at Jared again. And I was like, what's the worst that's gonna fucking happen, right? So I was like, I'm not a superstitious person. I don't, whatever. So I go to Jared, and I buy the ring, and then I have it in my trunk. And then one morning, she hits me up to have breakfast, and I'm like, all right, cool, we'll go have breakfast. I'm like, all right, what's that? I'll pick you up. She's like, nah, let's just meet there, right? And I don't put two and two together. I'm like, that's weird. I just think that's weird. Okay, whatever. We meet, and then so we meet at Clucker's, this chicken place called Clucker's, where I got dumped. So then we go, we eat. I pay for everything too, and then we go in her car. She was a stoner, right? So she would smoke every day, and then I just started smoking. I was the type that would take like a baby hit, and I get super high and paranoid.
Yeah.
But with her, I was smoking all fucking just. My friends called me Fake Vonnie at that point because I just kind of adapted. And I just started smoking no, I don't know.
I can't smoke anymore. I can't smoke weed anymore.
For a job, or you just can't handle it? You don't like it?
I can't handle it anymore.
How do you get?
I mean, it's okay. Last time I did it was I went to Colorado. I went to Denver, and we got a fuck ton of edibles. This was still with my girlfriend at the time, who became my fiance, who's currently, that girl. Mm-hmm. We ended up going to Colorado. That was a weird trip, too. That was a weird fucking trip.
What was weird about it?
So I drove. The initial trip was supposed to be me and my buddy Jacob, and we were supposed to drive with my new car. I got a new car this past year, Mazda CX-5. Nice SUV. It would have been a good road trip with just me and him, right? And hold on, I got a burp. There we go. We got it. So yeah, it would have been a good road trip. The two of us, we pack our skis, we pack our shit. Okay, that would have been cool. We were planning on getting our third buddy, Adrian, in, and Adrian couldn't take off those days from work. So yeah, okay. So that's how we ended up getting on my car. My car's an SUV. Otherwise, we would have taken like a bigger car or something. My dad's van. He's got a nice bigger one. So Adrian says no, like I can't do it. But would you be able to take my dad down there, because my dad's got a job and he's moving down there? Would you be able to drive him down there?
He wanted to tag along.
What the fuck? And so my dad wants
Adrian's
to join
what?
you.
Is he Polish? Is he white? Okay.
Yeah, it's all my Polish friends,
all right.
Polish American friends. Yeah. So Adrian's pops joins us for 2 days of skiing as well. Because first we thought we were just going to drop him off and then go off on our own way. Instead, on those first 2 days, he joins us for those 2 days of skiing. This was New Year's, and so then we dropped him off in a suburb of Denver, because we were in, where were we? We were in a different city at the time. Vail? Yeah, we did Vail at the time. Then we dropped him off in Denver, or a suburb of Denver, drove up there. That's when my girlfriend met us up. We celebrated New Year's together. And that's those 2 days. That's when we took those edibles. And
you see, the edibles, it's completely different than weed.
We took a fuck ton. We did not realize. That was my first time, really experimenting with the edibles.
Edibles is completely different than weed. So
dude,
you can get.
Can I tell you about this hostel that we were at Denver? This hostel in Denver.
Why are we in a hostel?
Oh man,
budget?
Yeah, because we saw it and we thought that was good online, but at the same time, it was okay. $100 for a room online for 3 people.
Sounds like a hooker hotel,
dude. It was so bad. So you come into this hostel.
So hostels, it's multiple people.
Yeah, you have different rooms that have that carry different amounts of people. So like you could have a bunk bed in one that holds 2 people. We had a bunk bed that one on the bottom was queen size and on the top was twin size. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And yeah, so me and my girlfriend at the time, I gotta say that every time. But we were sleeping on the queen size at the bottom, and my buddy was on the top. Yeah, outside they had a garage that literally the garage had a loft on top. Someone slept up there, but the inside you walk in, there's a bunch of couches wrapped around a table with a big fucking bong and a hookah and roaches and fucking like empty fucking canisters from weed and everything. And I'm like looking, I'm like, oh yeah, let's get high or whatever, right? And I'm about to sit down on the couch. My girlfriend goes, no, don't sit down. You don't want to fucking sit down on like that kind of couch in a hostel. And yeah, that place was something else. And you took
how many edibles did you take? What happened? You took a bunch of edibles.
We took a bunch of edibles for New Year's Day, our second day in Denver, and those cartridges. We had those disposable cartridges. The weed oil cartridges.
Oh, yeah.
The one-time use those, man.
Oh.
Those one-time use ones were pretty good because then like we'd be on the ski slopes on the next day in Breckenridge, and yeah, we would just be hitting them on the fucking on the chairlifts on the way up.
See, you can only get so high with cartridges, with smoking, with vaping, but with edibles, your body processes it differently.
We got fucked. We wanted to celebrate, like, because we did New Year's Eve. We had that at some house party. And New Year's Day, we went to like a random bar, and we were passing out at the bar, dude. We took so many edibles on that day. It was something else.
And then no, I got really high about one time where I'm not a big smoker except for those few months when I was with that chick and I was smoking. Like, dude, I was the type I would take a baby hit of weed, I'd freak out. I wouldn't want to go. Even if my friend was driving, I wouldn't want to go in the car.
Have you done those little oil cartridges?
Yeah. I have one. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm not doing drugs for. I don't know. Did I tell you? I went to Miami 3 months ago. Spent $4,000 on Cuban strippers.
You told me.
Yeah, cocaine strippers. Stayed up till 5 p.m. and then. Yeah, so now I'm not doing drugs for 90 days. I did no drugs for 90 days. I wasn't going out or hanging out with any girls for 30 days. That's done.
What is that, like the Josh Hartnett movie, right? 30 Days and 30 Nights? Where he swore off sex and masturbation for 30 days.
I'm not masturbating right now. I stopped masturbating a week and a half ago.
Dude, that's the premise of the movie. 30 days and 30 nights. Can he go 30 days and 30 nights without...
I did Lent without masturbating this year. Yeah.
Well, like, if you remember that movie, there was a scene, I think it was like the climax, pun intended, climax of the movie where this chick ended up, it was on his fucking 30th day or 29th or whatever.
I remember this.
He was sleeping and she ended up like sneaking up on him and sucking his cock and fucking him, and like he's got this. Josh Hartnett is in this movie. He's the main character.
That? I know that name. I'm bad with names, but I feel like I've seen that movie. Okay.
And he's got this dream about like a bunch of tits and ass and whatever, like this like really like a weird dream. It's a good sequence in the movie, and
that happened to me once.
There you go. And it's a good sequence in the movie, and then he ends up like waking up. He's like, oh fuck, I just had sex, and that's like he just ruined those 30 days 30 nights of fucking celibacy, you know. But in reality he got raped.
Well, the second time I had my one serious girlfriend I had, the second time we had sex, I don't even remember it. I blacked out.
Jeez.
And then I used to black out.
He was sleeping in the movie.
Well,
he was sleeping in the movie.
Yeah, but he's a dude. I don't count it, dude. Anyways, I don't give a fuck, dude. Some chick fucked you, dude. I get it.
I won't touch that.
Don't. That's on me. Giovanni Diaz is saying it, but that kind of look. I was with a chick one time. I can't figure out if I had sex with her, if it was a dream, and it still bothers me to this day. Because I remember, I don't know if I was drinking and I was at her house, and I had a super vivid dream that we had sex, and then the next day, I was like, I can't believe I had sex with this person's sister, right? A friend of mine, I think, right? And then I was like, in the morning, I was like, oh, this is gonna be awkward. And I'm kind of looking at her reactions. She's acting kind of normal. Then I start thinking, wait, did we really have sex? Was this a dream? I don't know, and I don't want to ask her. You know what I mean? And I don't know to this day.
Imagine that. Imagine you waking up and the guy you just slept with wakes up in the morning and says, "Did we have sex?"
Yeah.
No, I've had that with girls. Yeah, and no, we didn't have sex. Yeah, I've had that with girls where we didn't have sex, and she wakes up in the morning and says, "Did we have sex?" And it's like, whoa,
that's crazy. That's like, well, calm down.
So what the fuck? That.
Well,
and I've had it the other way.
That happened to me.
I've had it the other way.
Look, it happened to me where I was hanging out with this girl I was living with my mom, so I had nowhere to fuck. So I'd fuck in my car a lot. So I took my uncle's truck, her truck.
Okay.
It was her truck, I think. And she picked me up in this she had a little bit of money, picked me up in this big Dodge Ram or something. And we went, I hit up my friend. I was like, hey, man, let me park in your driveway because I'm going to mess around with this girl. Okay, so I go to his mom's house. I'm parking in his driveway. And we're messing around, and I'm drinking this cheap Puerto Rican rum called Palo Viejo. Garbage, right? I got into this Palo Viejo trip for a few months because my Puerto Rican buddy's like, dude, I found this cheap ass rum that's really, really good.
For me, it would be like, sorry, I got an ice cube in my mouth. It would be like Chopin potato vodka. That would be like for Polacks.
I used to drink Gordon's.
No, well,
is Chopin above Gordon's?
Not like that. I'm not talking about like that low. Is it that low, that rum?
I feel like it was now, dude, because it's like if you look at the prices, it was pretty. Like we've been tricked. Like we were drinking the rum. I was drinking the rum. This is what I remember. I'm drinking it with the little fifth, and I'm drinking it, and I'm in the car with her. And then my next memory, I'm awake in my apartment, and my mom's at it's called the Towers. These towers. It was called the Towers. It was a project basically in Waukegan.
Okay.
So then I wake and I'm like, and I get up and I'm like, oh man, oh shit, I see the light and the light is way too bright. So I know I'm up late because I got to get up early to go caddy. So I know my body knows how much light. It's not that much light. It's almost dusk. But then it's like, it's pretty bright. It's like, fuck, I'm going to be late to work. I was like, all right, let me see. And I start looking. I look down and I'm naked. I'm like, the fuck am I? And then I look over to where the door is to my apartment. And I see a trail.
Of your clothes?
Yeah, my clothes from here to my couch. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, all right, let me grab my phone. And I don't have my phone. And I was like, what the? And I'm like, where's my... Wait, how did I get... Oh, wait, wasn't I with that girl last night? What am I doing in my apartment? And I was like, what? So then her bar that her mom owned was a few blocks from where I lived, downtown Waukegan. So I walk over to the bar. I was like, maybe... Because I have no phone. I have nothing on me. Yeah. And I'm trying to figure things out. And I walk over to the bar. And I'm like... And the girl's there. And I'm like, do you have my phone? She's like, I have everything. Your book bag, your phone... You gave me it all to me. And I was like, what do you mean I gave it to me? Like, you refused to take it from me last night. You were like, take it. I'm not taking it with me. So she's like, I had you had me drop you off at your apartment. And then when I tried to give you your book bag and your phone, you refused to take it. And I was like, all right. So she gave me the stuff. And the next day I went to my buddy. I was like, dude, what did I guess my buddy walked up to the car a little bit and he heard moaning and noises. And then I was like, did you look? I didn't look. Why didn't you look? So I have no idea to this day if I slept with this girl and she's married now and has kids. So I don't think she'd tell me. So I have no idea is that her? Yeah. I have no idea if I had sex with her. I know I had sex with my ex-girlfriend the second time. Cause the second time she was like, I knew I blacked out. But I remember she knew. She's like, something was different the second time. It was like you were like a zombie. And I was like, I blacked out. I don't fucking remember. So the second time I had sex with my girlfriend, I blacked out. Don't remember. I just remember getting up and I was like, is there a condom here? And then I had to go up and go to work. So I've had that twice. At least.
I haven't. No, I don't think. No.
Have you blacked out? I've blacked out probably when I would drink more heavily, like over 20 times.
Never.
Well, recently I told you I woke up in Kenosha. The police, they hear me, dude.
Yeah. Have you blacked out during sex? No, man. I know what I'm doing with my dick, I think.
Oh, no. I have no idea. Well, I have no off button. I would like to think,
at least.
I have no off button sometimes. That's why I stopped drinking. Because I would have... I have no off button, so I don't know. So, what's the most? So yeah, you've never blind? Yeah, no, it's
not normal to blind. I haven't. No,
it's so weird.
Man, I had a chick fall asleep before. Like, oh, dude, this was terrible. This was when I was living in Manitowoc.
Oh, Manitowoc.
Manitowoc Minute. That guy. Well, that guy's actually successful. The guy, you know that guy that I'm talking about? The guy that does the Manitowoc Minute?
Oh, no, I was thinking
Charlie
of the guy.
Barons, I think is his name.
I was thinking of the guy who killed. Did the guy kill
There's so many murderers up in Wisconsin.
The
man.
Netflix one, did he do it or not? Was it Stephen Avery?
Stephen Avery?
Oh, I used to love Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, that's Making a Murderer.
He's from Manitowoc, right? Manitowoc County?
Yeah, I have a whole bit on that. The whole living up right next to the courthouse and everything, that shit happened too.
So did he do it or not? I forget. I saw
know.
3 episodes and I stopped. I never finished anything.
No, it's always, that's how documentaries work, man. They keep you hanging for more.
Oh, wow. So there's no, where's he at right now? Is he in jail?
I don't know. There was a second season of Making Her Murderer.
Okay.
I didn't watch that one.
I
didn't watch that one.
I don't have time for that. I saw Narcos and that's it.
Yeah, you know what? Just like let Brendan Dassey watch WrestleMania. You know,
who's that?
That's the nephew. That's the nephew, and that apparently helped Stephen Avery murder that chick. And there's this scene. There's a scene in the series where he's talking to his mom on the phone, and his mom's like, "What? Everything's gonna be okay." And he's like, am I going to make it home till WrestleMania to watch WrestleMania? Jesus Christ. So anyways, Manitowoc, I was with this girl and ended up going, I don't know, we met each other at a bar, ended up going to her place, and we were making out. We were getting hot on the couch and everything. And then I was like, let me go to the bathroom. I want to
clean your dick. I've done that before.
Yeah, do that and then take a piss, whatever. And I come back, and she's already passed out on the couch.
Oh, that's happened to me a few times.
And
it's
I'm like,
fuck,
all right, fuck, I got to get out of here. And the next day, I got those, did we have sex texts?
Oh, no.
I'm like, no, we wouldn't. No, get out.
No, yeah.
Fuck.
That happened a few times with the one time I messed up. It was this Puerto Rican chick, and she started drinking, and she would drink like us. She started drinking like we do, which was at the time was no mixed drinks. It was just chaser and booze. So booze chaser, right? So we're getting pretty lit, and she started kind of drinking like that, and it was a mistake. I should have known better. I didn't think about it because by the time we got to my buddy's house, she was passed out, and I was like, no. I saw her like on a couch. She's like, "What is she doing?" And she was falling asleep. I was like, "No, please." Don't. I was like, "No, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?" I was like, "Wake up." I was like, "No." And then no, she was. And I was like, "Fuck, man." I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Come on, wake up." It's just like, what a fucking waste, dude. I was like, I finally was gonna sleep, and then I was like, it was my fault.
You got to get those fucking those smelling salts if you want to do that.
I should just
crack one under her nose.
It's my own stupid fault because I should just let her drink how she normally drink. But she was like, "Oh, I want to drink like you guys." I was like, "Go ahead." And then I didn't think about it because I forget how massively we drank compared to normal. Like when you start meeting normal people, it's like,
dude.
Oh wait, you don't drink.
Yeah,
people don't drink as much as. I mean, I don't drink like that.
Don't judge me right now, buddy.
But dude, you've never blacked out, dude. A few months ago, I told you. Were you here? I told them that I woke up in Kenosha.
Oh yes, you did.
But yeah, so that I was with her. I was at a bar. I was talking to a girl. I don't want to say her name, but her nickname was basically a cocaine nickname that implied she did a lot of cocaine. I don't want to say the name.
Okay.
And then I'm there. I'm drinking with her. I'm buying her drinks. And then I wake up in my car, parked in Kenosha. The sun's out.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, oh, man, I'm kind of getting up. And then, there's another chick that happened to. But the chick that fucked in the woods.
You just need that soundbite from Charlie Murphy or what's his name? Rick James. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I didn't even do I actually probably did. Yeah, I remember. I did do. But I remember I woke up. I saw the light. I was like, what the fuck? Where am I? And then I drove home, took a nap for an hour, went to work, and then I was just trying to figure. And the next day, I messaged the girl. I was like, hey, what? At first, I messaged my buddy that was there, right? And I was like, hey, what happened? I was like, what happened? And I was like, oh, you went with that girl, right? And then I messaged the girl, and the girl's like, oh, no, you went with that dude. And I was like, with that dude, right? And the next day, I went to go I left my debit card at the bar, so I went to the bartender. I was like, can I get my debit card? And I was like, how much was the tab? And he's like, oh, no, that dude said he covered it for you. And I was like, oh, wow. Did I just get fucking raped? Did this dude just pay for my tab and then fucking had me suck his dick? Or I don't know what happened that night. All I know is I woke up in Kenosha. So, and that's when I was like, well, that's when it was on track of me kind of chilling out, dude. Because I've been good. I was good for 2018, but then that fall My buddy opened up a bar.
So this was fucking recent.
Oh yeah, this is 2018, fall 2018.
Jeez,
My downfall.
I can't remember last time I blacked out. Probably like I used to be a.
That was it. That was my last time.
I used to be a stumbly motherfucker. Whenever I got drunk, you know, I'm a tall guy, 6'6".
Probably takes a lot for you to.
I was a lot skinnier than I am now. I was a fucking twig at one point, and I used to get really drunk back then.
What did you drink? Like, whiskey or beer?
No, same thing as I do now. PBR and Jameson. Okay. I know I'm such a.
I can't drink Jameson.
I think PBR and Jameson, my obsession started back when I was in broadcast school.
Shout out to Jameson.
Yeah. Shout out to PBR. Can't wait to try that seltzer.
If somebody listens to it, it's a private reference that nobody will get except this person. But I don't know why. I don't know.
I want to get sponsored by that seltzer that PBR is doing.
They're doing a seltzer too?
Yeah, they are.
I want the plain White Claw.
Yeah.
With no flavor.
Ew.
Well, actually, I don't drink
Just
anymore.
get a fucking vodka soda at the bar.
I don't drink vodka. Yeah, I do.
That's pretty much what it is, though. Spiked seltzer is vodka and whatever soda.
You just blew my. I never even thought about that until now.
I was at the bar the other day, and I kept paying $5 for a White Claw. And I was like, dude, just give me a vodka and seltzer. Vodka soda and lemon lime. And
I didn't even think about that, guy.
Dude.
Damn, they got us, dude.
I know. That's why pay for pay for a White Claw at a bar when you could have a homemade White Claw or a bar-made White Claw, if you want to put it that way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What were you talking about before this?
I just thought of a different time I woke up, and I didn't realize. I was at my buddy's house. This girl that I had sex with in at the woods by his house.
Yeah.
So I was at his house. This is the same house where I might have slept with his sister. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. Anyways, we're there. I'm with this girl, and then she goes to the bathroom, and I follow her. This girl was messing around, and I take her to my buddy's room, and I start having sex with her. But then my buddy's like, get the fuck out of my room. I don't want you fucking. And I was like, all right. So we go back. We're all back in the back porch. We're all hanging out. And I don't give her hints. I was like, here, let's go over here. So then he has this big property. So I take her to the property in the woods. And then I started having sex with her in the backyard by the woods. I don't know. And I remember my buddy goes over there. He's like, what are you doing? Dude, my mom's here. And I was like, oh, and then I'm running. I remember running. And she runs. She runs like through the woods back. And that night she ended up sleeping in my car or something. Because we had sex in my mom's car. But she got stuck there because I think she got locked out of her house, so she had to sleep in my mom's car. I forgot what happened.
That's such a weird story.
Yeah, but anyways, this chick, I remember one time I got really drunk. I went to her house. I remember at least starting to have sex with her, and then I remember waking up, and it's like those movie moments, right? When it's blurry, your vision is blurry, and as you're opening your eyes, it becomes less and less blurry. And as it's becoming less and less blurry, I'm looking at the people and the picture frames like, this isn't my buddy's house. Like, who the fuck? And I was like, where the fuck? I was like, oh, my God. Oh, the chick I fuck in the woods. I was like, oh, I'm at her house. And then so I think that's 3 times. But I remember starting to have sex with her. But she had a kid.
It didn't work out.
Huh?
It didn't work out.
One time her mom showed up with some guy. Like, they just left a dance and they were all. And they were, but yeah, I'm done with that life. I don't do that anymore. You know what? Maybe
I don't know, man. So I got into the restaurant industry.
Oh, I would get drunk and fuck hookers, but go ahead.
You only get drunk and did you say you only get fucked?
I used to get drunk and fuck hookers, I remember. But anyways, what were you gonna say?
No, once I got into the restaurant industry, basically I got a little recluse, if you want to put it that way. And man, you know how many times we went to fucking Teasers?
Wait, is that a 4 a.m. bar?
Yeah, on the northwest side. That or fucking Alice's, the karaoke bar on Belmont, or fucking, I don't know, so many different like 4 or 5 a.m. bars. Man, I just used to be hitting on everyone. I don't know if I'm like a little like man whore, but I don't know. Oh. I was in the restaurant industry. I definitely was.
I feel it.
I was hitting on so many. Like, I guess that's the old meme. Like the fucking line cooks always hitting on servers, you know. But
did it work?
It worked out. Yeah. Oh, it worked out, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of restaurant. There's a lot of inner fucking.
Oh my God, there is. Oh, you give this fucking. You're a line cook. You give this girl some fucking appetizer on the side. Oh, that gives you points, you know.
Oh, really?
Something like that, dude.
And these were white chicks, Mexican chicks?
These
what
are
kind of
just
restaurants
servers. I only worked in one restaurant.
Okay.
But I'm
the
sure
one we
that
spoke
goes
about?
Yeah.
That one I was on that day. Oh, I was on that date with that girl. She has a boyfriend now.
Yeah.
She when I sat down, she started asking me questions. I sat down. I'm like having a drink. She's like, "So how come you don't have how come you don't have a girlfriend? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And I was just like, "Is this a job interview or what the fuck?" It was just too much, and that was like, I was like, I'm done. I remember I went straight to Patsy's after. As soon as the date was over, I was just waiting for it to be over. I drove to fucking Patsy's to try to make the mic. I was like, let me talk about this right now. I was like, this was too, and then Timmy was there, and then I was trying not to drink, and then I remember he like loaded up my drink, and when I was leaving, and he's like, here you go. He gave me a free drink. I was like, fuck. I was just trying to, because I've been trying to bail. I was like, I'm done. I was about to make something up.
Yeah.
You ever do that? You ever make something up to leave a girl's house?
Leave a girl's house?
Mm-hmm. Or a date or a situation where like you don't want to be there, so you...
Dude, I don't know, man. I think I'm like more of a nice guy, and I'd give it a shot. I don't know. I don't want to be... I'd never want to be an asshole. Which sometimes, like lately, maybe... I don't know. Maybe I should.
I think do what you want to kind of do. You see, the thing is, I didn't want to come off as an asshole, so I just lie.
Yeah.
So
there you go. That's a different way of becoming. Yeah.
Because I don't want to be rude. So what I was at this girl's house, and I would go to her house, and I would sleep with her, and then.
Oh, sorry, I got to take my dog to the
first time it was let's see. I went to the bath after we finished having sex. I went to the bathroom and I called my friend. I said, "Call me in 5 minutes." He calls me. I pick up. I'm like, "Oh my god, he just got or he got pulled over. You know, they're gonna take his car. They're gonna tow it. I got to go over there. I got to go. All right,
I got to go kill some cops."
Yeah. Dude, it's a race war. So then, 2 weeks later, I met her house again, and now it's like, fuck, I can't have my friend call me. I can't do the same. And so then. I go in the bathroom, right, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just looking at me. I was like, what the fuck? And I remember I was like, I got it. I just wanted to get the fuck out of here, so I got desperate, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking fake heartburn. Like,
shit.
So then I go over there, I was like, oh, my God.
At what age? At fucking, like, before 30?
I don't know. And I was like, but I would get heartburn, and I was like, oh, man. I was like, I got to go. I was like, I got this really bad heartburn. She's like, I got Tums and stuff. I was like, no, this is like super serious. And I could tell that she had that look in her face, like, this fucking asshole, this fucking lying piece of shit. But I ended up...
I mean, yeah, I'm sure I've
I just want to go home, dude.
I'm sure I've said a lie or two to get out of a date. Home. Yeah. I'm sure I've said a lie or two to get out of a date, but, like, yeah, no, I don't know.
And the last time is we went back in her car, so I was stuck. There was nothing I could do. And this is before Uber. And I just remember getting up in the morning, and this traumatized me. She started touching my chest hair. And this is the last time I spoke to her because this fucked me up. She was touching my chest hair, and she said, you see this here? I love this. And I was just like, this is too much. And it grossed me out a little bit. I know it's my chest hair, but it was something about that.
Because you're
I don't know.
Like going through your fucking curly ass chest hair.
Yeah, and she was attracted to it, and then, I don't know, it bothered me.
You know, like what's weird, I don't have chest hair. I just have like hair around the nipples.
Yeah.
Which I recently...
you trim it? What do you do?
Oh, yeah.
With clipper? I use a clipper.
Yeah, I use a clipper. Yeah. No, but recently I noticed that. I maybe have like a few like here, like for the Hot Boy Summer look, you know?
What is Hot Boy Summer? I've been seeing that.
Dude, Hot Boy Summer is whatever you want to make it.
Is that from something, the online?
Okay, so apparently, I don't know, some rapper like made it like... a thing, and it was originally Hot Girl Summer, but I'm like, not me.
Okay.
Several other fucking people.
Was it Rodescu and them? Were they doing that? Rodescu
I think
and
so.
then,
Dwayne Murphy.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's doing Hot Boy Summer.
So what is that? What do you got to do?
You just got to enjoy your fucking summer. I don't know. You just got to embrace the lifestyle and join the church and the movement, man.
Church.
Yeah, it's the church of Hot Boy Summer.
Do you go to church?
The church of Hot Boy Summer.
You don't go to church? I told you. A few months ago, I went to church for 3 months for that girl.
Yeah.
And then she showed up the last day with her boyfriend.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's probably what she was yelling, right? Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I would go every fucking Sunday, dude. sat with this girl, and the last day, it's my own fault. I learned from that to not be fake. Because I don't even believe in God, dude. And then I was singing. I was doing all that stuff.
So my thing is like, there's this saying in Polish, saying, okay, if I translate it in Polish, it rhymes, but like if to translate it, it's like the only times I go to church is if he's laying in the crib or laying in the grave. You know, that's basically like either it comes to Jesus, you know, laying in the crib as far as Christmas right? And laying in the grave is fucking Easter, you know? Okay. And then at the same time, I translate both of those to like people. You know, that's basically my thought.
So when a baby's born?
When a baby's born and getting like christening and when someone's passing away, and that's basically like, I don't know, that's how I've been viewing it. But sometimes, I mean, I'm still spiritual at times. Of course I'm religious, but in my own ways.
Okay.
Those are my ways. Either laying in the crib or laying in the, that's fucking, how do we get on religion right now?
Because I went to church for 3 months and faked being a Christian because I was trying to get laid.
Yeah. Anyways, glad I got to expose my fucking thoughts on religion right now.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I like religion. I used to be
very religious.
I used to be anti. I became anti-religious for a year.
Yeah.
When I became kind of like militant atheist, and I was super anti-religion, and then now I'm just in a cool. I'm like, whatever. I like it. I appreciate some of the things it does. The structure helps people, guide people. So I have no problem.
Do you believe in anything, or are you
agnostic? I don't know. For me, honestly, we can
atheist means you don't believe.
No,
in
I'm
God.
not. Maybe a year ago I was an agnostic, leaned more atheist, but now I don't know. This can be a computer simulation for all we know. I don't know. And it's
Truman Show. We're doing a Truman Show right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you look into it, there's things that have you ever looked into simulation theory?
No.
Oh, it goes kind of deep.
I think pretty much Truman Show is my only thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, that's what but it's I don't know. I just don't know, and it's like, people believe what they believe. I don't bother people. I hate getting called out because my friends are Latino, and I'll be sitting there, and one of my buddies, his mom's really religious, and I'll sit there. I'm just at his house. He's like, Mom, Giovanni doesn't believe in God. And then she'll go, she's like, what? No, you know what? She's like, it's because of my uncle. I know he's a scumbag and he fakes being a Christian and he's a con. And it's like, and I was like, no. And I don't say anything. But I remember like 2 years ago, I got in an argument with my grandma for like 2 hours. But why? She's 70. She's not going to change her mind. I don't know. I was excited on my new ideas and what is this? Yeah, dude. It's like a college kid. Yeah, mi abuela. You know, like a college kid. You find some new ideas and you think you're the first person to think of it and you get excited. Dude, and it's like
if I ever brought something like that up to my grandmother, they don't.
They deny it. Like
you know how fucking hard
they don't believe that I am. Like, listen, no, you're not.
You know how hard Polish people love Catholic? John Paul II?
Oh, my grandma. She's not even. She's not,
well, yes, Polish people are Catholic.
But she's not even Christian. Hard, she's like, you can't even be Christian. You had to be Catholic. It's like, they're super Catholic.
John Paul II was the first Polish pope ever, you know? And you know how many Polish grandmothers have pictures of John Paul the Pope?
Dude, my grandmothers have the second.
You know, you live in a Polish household because you have more pictures of John Paul II than your actual family inside of this household. That's pretty much how you live in Poland.
Do you have a white horse at your house somehow? Is this a Polish thing? No? My buddy, his Polish day, when you walk into his house, there's 2 doors. I don't know why. He built 2 doors. You got to open one and another one. And then the refrigerator is right by the front door. Polish dad. I don't know why. And then there's this big picture of a white horse. So I thought it was a Polish thing. Just a white horse next to the fridge.
What?
And the fridge is right next to the front door. Front door, fridge, but 2 front doors that he connected. So I thought this was a Polish thing.
This is not a Polish thing.
It's not a Polish thing? All right, we're getting close to wrap up here. Any last things you want to say, bring up? I don't know when I'm releasing these. So there's nothing. If something's coming up soon. Oh, what show? Do you guys still do the show?
What the Sons
motorcycle
of Comedy? Well, we just did the Sons of Comedy last week.
Is
or
this
2
a
weeks
monthly
ago.
showcase or?
We're gonna try to do it quarterly. The next one we're looking
Nice.
at is early November.
Okay.
We're looking at early November because we don't want to do it before Thanksgiving, before the Christmas holiday and all that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the other holidays in December. And it's gonna, because November and December is the worst times to do that. I mean, it would be great for because people want to get out as far as like the weather during those months. But I think we're shooting for early November as far as before all of the holidays. We're doing Sons of Comedy. And Sons of Comedy basically play on words on a certain television show.
We can't say it?
And
okay. There's motorcycles.
But yeah,
I'm not a lawyer.
it's involved in I don't know.
I think you can say it. It's just parody, right?
You know what? We just keep it vague.
Okay.
Let these people figure it out. You know.
And then what? Follow their Facebook page, Instagram. Where do you guys have? Sons of Comedy?
We only threw our second show together, and it was a success. It's at this Polish biker club called the Sokół Riders Club.
Okay.
On Belmont Cragen neighborhood. It's on Diversey past Oak Park. It's a very cool biker club, and we've done the show a couple of times. We're shooting for a third one. They want to keep us going for more. And I'm excited to do that. We had two so far successutough shows.
Good.
One in April, one in August. Yeah, that's a big gap, but hey, we still killed it.
It's easier to produce it. It's tough to produce. Social media, you want to put anything out? It's up to you.
I think I don't know. Just YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. My name, Greg Bartusiak.
No, it's not. Your Instagram is a little bit different, isn't it? I just
the Bartusiak.
The Bartusiak.
The Bartusiak.
The Bartusiak. Greg Bartusiak. How do you spell your last name?
Bartusiak.
Okay, and then me, Lobo9110 is on my social media. Don't follow me on Snapchat. That was only when I was being a hoe with dotting, but I try not to use. I met a girl recently, so I'm not using it. And then the Lobo Den. So LOBO9110, the Lobo Den podcast coming out soon, and I think that's it. All right, everybody have a good night.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. 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 It's the Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den. It's the Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den. It's a Lobo Den. It's a Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den.